each other. The Nile crocodiles are the largest living reptile in Africa, which is pretty amazing. They get up to 16 feet long, very big. But they are usually very still and stealthy. You kind of usually always see them hold still. And that's because they have sensors throughout their body and in their feet, so they can actually feel the vibrations.
Yes, they're real animals, guys. It's a real safari animal ride.
So they don't move unless they need to. They're masters of conserving energy.
All right, we are coming up to an area where it does lag.
All right, now we're going to come
just
around
be
to
patient.
the savannah in just a moment.
It will come back. I don't see any animals out.
Now, along the way, I
will
like to
lag.
introduce the big baobab tree over here on the right. Just briefly, you're going to see them several areas out here on the savannah. But that's because they're massive in size. That's why they look so cool. They also look like they're upside down a lot. And that's because they remain leafless for up to 9 months out of the year. That's how they survive droughts. They conserve their water. Now, I gotta say it, because we care about you. Just please conserve your water. It's gonna be super hot again today, so just drink lots and lots of water. But also, I highly encourage, enjoy some ice cream.
Oh.
For sure. Alright, so now we're coming on to the savannah. So out ahead on the right side out there in the trees, you can see those zebras. That's the first thing I can see. Those are Hartman's mountain zebra, and they have unique stripe patterns that are like fingerprints, so no two zebra stripes are the same, which is pretty cool. And a group of zebra is called a dazzle. I love that. A dazzle of zebra. Alright, then on the left side, it looks like I'm on top of the hill. Oh, along the hill. They're so cute and curled up. These are the African painted dogs. That's so precious. So the African painted dogs have the brown, black, and white splotchy pattern to their fur. Kind of looks like paintings. That is how they got their name. But they also have unique fur patterns that are like fingerprints, which is pretty cool. Alright, and then also, on the left side, we have some sable antelope over here. These are the dark brown antelope with those long horns. Now those horns can get up to 5 feet long. They use them for sparring and fending off predators. It's pretty beautiful. Alright, and then we're getting closer to these zebra up ahead over here. Looks like they're going to be very close on the right side. Now, if you guys were also wondering if zebras are black with white stripes or white with black stripes, we do know the answer. They are indeed black with white stripes, and you can tell from the color of their noses.
Remember her name. I'm really bad listing their names. She'll say it at the end though. Good morning, Ho. Little Debbie cake. The little Debbie cake. Good morning, Megan. Thank you, Tinker. Fabulous horses. This is a safari ride. They are out during the day in the open.
It's so peaceful out here. Now, I am going to let you guys know that because it is really early, if you guys don't see the animals you were hoping to see or anything like that, they wander in and out all day. So I recommend if you were hoping to see something specific and you don't end up seeing it this round, come on back. Give it an hour or two, come on back, see what else is out, because things are constantly moving around out here. Also, also, the bonus of that is if you do ride the Sapphire a couple times, you get different drivers. The odds of you getting the same driver are pretty little, I feel like. But otherwise, you'll get different drivers and you'll get different animal facts along the way. So it's also really a good idea. All right, now I do see one of the African elephants up ahead. So we're gonna we're gonna go through these rocks and then we're gonna get around this curve here. And right in front of us, we can see one of the African elephants. Now we'll keep an eye out for some more elephants along the way. We'll see if they're out and about. This one certainly is. Now it is facing away from us, and I know there's a clearing kind of coming up ahead on the right, so we'll see if we can see it better from the clearing. Now I want to guess that this might be a male based on the size, because it's pretty big. The males can get up to 10 feet tall and 13,000 pounds. The females usually stay a little bit smaller, around 8 feet tall and 8,000 pounds. So yeah, this is definitely a male, very tall. This is the African elephant. Now you can tell it's an African elephant based on the ear shape, because you can see those ears are shaped kind of like the continent of Africa, whereas Asian elephants have smaller triangular ears. This is a beautiful view. Whereas Asian elephants have smaller triangular ears. This is a beautiful view. You start to look for more. One of mine, we may or may not know, as you might remember, they are the reason they were poached for so long and why their population decreased rapidly the way it did. However, there's been an ivory ban, so that's helping increase their population. But one of the reasons it's not growing faster and why they're still endangered is from deforestation. So this is kind of a crazy cause and effect. A lot of their territories are being mined for a material called coltan. And coltan is going to be in all of our smartphones and tablets and devices. Everything with the screen. Everything with the screen. Everything with the screen. We can help out is to recycle our devices responsibly, because we can reuse the coltan. We can take it from the old devices and put it in the new devices, and it works just the same. So our goal overall on this planet is to try and stop mining for coltan and reuse what we have. Now, I don't see any quite yet, but we still got a little ways to go. But what I want you guys to kind of remember, especially because it's first thing in the morning, you guys are going to collect so many amazing Animal Kingdom experiences. Already you've seen like a gorgeous view of that black rhino. Usually they're hidden pretty well. The elephant, all of them. So I want you guys to kind of carry with you and remember that conservation is working. We are improving the populations for all the endangered species like the elephants, the rhinos, the giraffes. Every eco-friendly decision we make day to day, it's a step in the right direction. It is working. So keep making them. As Disney would say, we just gotta keep moving forward. I think I saw a glimpse of an elephant, so we're gonna make a loop around some greater flamingos coming up, and as we loop around, I'll keep an eye on the horizon. You guys can check out the really cool flamingos over here.
Morning, Caitlin.
But these are the greater flamingos, and a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance, which is pretty fun. But do you guys know how flamingos get their pink color? Yeah, you guys are good. It's from shrimp and algae and all kinds of good stuff in the water. All right, so we're coming around. Right there. So you see that really funky baobab tree up here, and then the elephant's on the right side of the baobab tree. Now, we're gonna go through these red rocks here, right? We're gonna go through these red rocks here, right? Trees, you can see him because he's kind of standing right back there. So you might be able to see him one more time as we come through here. It's not a very open clearing, but you can glimpse through the trees. We'll see if we can see it as we take this curve here. Oh yeah, there he is. Beautiful.
Thank you, Shara. Oh my God, we're number 29, guys.
Was
Are we
wonderful.
61 popular?
here on the left. A lot of animals like to roll around in the mud. The elephants will use their trunks to kind of splash mud up on themselves, like on their backs and underneath. But anything to keep cool. But yes, other animals will roll in the mud, kind of coat themselves with it. It also works as a sun repellent, like a sunscreen, as well as a bug repellent.
"8:25 in the morning here."
Good morning, African lions. Alright, so all of these rocks here, these are Kofi rocks, which are good homes to these gorgeous lions. They're all walking around. That's amazing. So we have 2 female lions on the left and middle, and then the right side lion there, that is the male lion. And you can tell from the mane. They're itchy. Now we also know it's a young lion because the mane is a little bit smaller. So we're gonna circle around these Kobe rocks. We'll see what we can see of them on the other side as well. But they are very much out and about, which is excellent because normally they're nocturnal hunters. So they hunt at night. They usually sleep about 16 to 20 hours during the day. Pretty active over there.
Morning, Oscar. Jumbo Carry.
Alright, now I don't see them out yet, but we can tell this is warthog territory on the left because of those burrows.
I think it's true too. I've heard that too.
They have 2 sets of tusks with their snouts and their feet, and they use them to dig out those burrows. But overall, the warthogs are very intelligent. They're social. They're non-territorial. Overall, I feel like they're just such a chill species. If they find a burrow that's been abandoned by an aardvark, they'll just move into that. They don't need to make their own home. They're not very picky.
Thank you, Emily.
Alright, now we are going to cross over this rattly bridge. I always like to give you guys a heads up. It's like a little massage. But it's going to cross us over into one of our final areas over here called Magadi Glen. And Magadi Glen is another one of those calming, peaceful areas. It's kind of a bookend to that forest we started out in. Lots of green and shade. But up ahead on the left, you're going to see the Warden's Post. And scattered around, you can already see some Nigerian dwarf goats hanging out. Now the Nigerian dwarf goats are pretty cool. Sometimes they're really playful. They like to butt their heads together. It's like a high five. But they're also really excellent for farming. Now there is one goat under that yellow box suspended by chains in the yard. You can see that there. It has that tin roof. That is a section of a beehive fence, which is really cool. So how that came into creation started in Africa, actually, when a whole bunch of farmers were having issues with elephants specifically migrating through their crops. And the elephants would eat the crops, and that would be frustrating because that was a loss of income for the farmers and their families. Meanwhile, here in Animal Kingdom, the researchers here were further understanding how the elephants communicate to each other, and they discovered that the elephants can specifically communicate to each other where the bees are, and they go around the bees. Elephants don't like bees. So the researchers and the farmers got together, and after collaborating, they were able to come up with the solution of that beehive fence back there at the Warden's Post. And then now, the farmers line the perimeters of their crops with the beehive fences, and it works out because now the elephants can sense and feel the vibrations of the bees from a safe distance, and they walk around.
Good morning, Nick.
The farmers get to keep their crops safe. They also get a bonus secondary income from the honey. And we say bees, which is really important. So it's called the Elephant and Bee Project, and it is thanks to the Disney Conservation Fund, which is celebrating 30 years this year, my friends. So if you'd like to contribute, you are welcome to do so while you're here at Animal Kingdom. If you go to any merchandise location or quick service food location, you can just round up your change or donate any dollar amount, and Disney will match your donation penny for penny. You also get a really cool button, and right now it's an anniversary button, so I recommend it. But what I want you guys to remember as we come towards the end here is that conservation is working. That's a good thing.
She says at the end. We'll see.
Eco-friendly decisions are excellent decisions, so keep making them. And also just please don't forget to drink lots of water and eat lots of ice cream. It's going to be really, really hot. Also, if you're a wilderness explorer, you are on the Simba 1. But now is the time we're going to squeak to the end. The squeaking is a good sound. All right, my friends. Watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs as the doors are sliding open on the right. Watch that step down. Namba Asante Sana. Have a wonderful Animal Kingdom afternoon.
Thank you.